and welcome back to my tutorials on how to use animal drugs at FDA or the FDA Green Book. So today I'm just going to go through a really in-depth overview of how to use the website. If you're just looking for how to quick search or how to use the advanced search, those are in some other videos that I have. So right up top here, you've got the search bar. You can search by a couple different options. You can search by the proprietary name. So we'll go with Rimadyl. And then it's going to show you everything that is Rimadyl right up there. And I always use the home button just to go back. It's a lot easier. Sometimes it'll say like search not found, or it'll come up with a little bug. So, but if you're looking for Rimadyl, but if you're looking for something that's a little more generic, you have to search by the active ingredient, which is another option that you can do right there. So Carprofen, it's going to have 14, and I like to see all of them, so this will scroll down to 25, and then you can see them all that way. So then in the advanced search, you can search by the ingredient, the formulation. You can also search by the NADA number or the ANADA number right up top there. Like I'm not even sure if this one exists. So, yep, it does. It's for Loxicom. 200, 497. So you can do that from the main search bar as well, but it will only bring up that number. So right here under supporting documents, they've got a couple different things. They've got environmental documents. When we click on that, then it'll bring you to this really long page, and it'll show you through all of the drugs where that's applicable. So like if I try and find Bravecto, that's not really applicable there. But like right here at the bottom, we can see that in Zilmax, it is applicable. So when we click on these links, we can get the environmental reports. Yep, the environmental assessment is right there, and all of the paperwork that they had to fill out. So second thing on there are the drug summaries. These are also found under the initial drug as well. And you can see when you click on that, it's got this tab up top. So you can get, they make NSAID labels readily accessible for you. That is pretty helpful if you're in a practice that really utilizes a lot of those. You can get to those labels. I was looking at the Rimadyl ones earlier today, so you can see their clear label, and that is usually the exact same thing as what goes out when you're dispensing the bottle, or that is attached to the bottle when you get it from your wholesaler. Next one is the Bluebird labels, and these really only apply to the food-producing animals. So they've got aquaculture, beef cattle, chickens, dairy cattle, other species, swine, turkeys, and veal. So, and those just have more of the details on what you would need with those. In the practice that I'm currently at, we deal with mostly dogs, cats, and small animals. So this is something that we're not really familiar with. So you can just see those pretty easily there. Now, when you scroll down, these little charts right here that I'm circling, I really like these. So it's, when you click on the introduction, it really just gives you an introductory letter as to why the Green Book is and what it contains. So all those approved animal drugs. So if you click on this one, trade names and sponsor, that's just a list of everything that's in there. I don't like using Excel on there because not every computer has Excel, and the PDF does the same thing. You can Control F and do all that. So while that's loading, they also have a list of active ingredients. The patent information is one that a lot of people look at, and the exclusivity periods is one that we use. So again, while those are loading, I'll kind of talk you through everything else on here. So they've got approved feed mill licenses by site name and by state. So in case that you're wanting to check on that, especially when you're going through those feed directives, which are listed second. So the veterinary feed directives are something that we use for large scale animals and livestock because that medication is going directly into their feed. So that one is not popping up. but once it does, we should be able to see that Brevecto is the one I'm going to search, and you'll see that the exclusivity expired in 2019, which is why we're seeing like Iverhart or other generics for it. I apologize if I misspoke. That's just the first one that came to mind when I thought about that. So, and when you're going through those drug labels, Carprofen, I tried and true. I think I kind of broke it because they're not popping up right there. Fun times, fun times. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make that into a separate video. But the patent information one did pop up. So let's see. Brevecto, so you can see how long they have their patent to. And it expires, some of their products, it doesn't expire until 2025. Then we've got some that have already expired. I'm not sure how long Green Book keeps these in their records, but you can see some older ones in there as well. I think the oldest I've seen is 2016 maybe, but 2018 and 2019, those are all pretty much still in there. So those big lists, trade names and sponsor. So Loxicom, you can see that that's under Norbrook. Both of them on there. So one is going to be the suspension, the other one's going to be the injection. And then active ingredients. Let's see if that one will pop up there too. Oops. Okay. So, and if you're just looking for what the active ingredient is, this active ingredients tab is a really good resource for you because you can search the brand name and it'll show you what that active ingredient is. Like if you're looking for Brevecto, it's going to show you that moxidectin, but it's also going to show you the other ones as well under that Brevecto Plus because that's the one that we looked at first. So, and then the exclusivity, so we can see this first one right up top, it expired in 2009. So like I said, some of them are a little older. Then let's search Loxicom. And it's actually not in here. So sometimes there are gaps like that. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm actually in the process of trying to find that out myself. But those exclusivity periods are there. And maybe it's because it's a non-exclusive drug because it is available as Ostelox as well in the same formulations. So let's see, since those popped back up. Yep, they did. So on this first Carprofen tab, we can see the supporting document. So that's going to have all of those approval dates every time that they applied for a new exclusivity license. And then industry, we don't really have anything up there. Application details, so you can see the sponsor, Zoetis, so it's usually the manufacturer, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Then we've got ingredients, the proprietary information, and under there you can see a lot more detail about the drug as well. So I think that's it for today. Thank you.